السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.
Getting ready to assemble our cases here on our KX250, and you can see here that we have our crankshaft support in here. And what you do is you want to put the rod all the way down and have it opposite the crank pin. These have a bunch of wedges that you wedge it in, lock your lock nut down, and that'll support it. So as we're pressing it together, that'll prevent this crank from going out of true. The reason I primarily never need this tool is because I'm usually heating up the bearing to where I'm not pressing it on. I'll get the bearing hot enough to just go slip on and be done with it. And then I will put my crank seal on afterwards. But Kawasaki on this has to have the crank seal pushed from the inside, and that doesn't give us that luxury to mess with the crank seal later on. So we absolutely need to do this on this this vehicle. So I'm gonna get out of your way, sneak you guys in here. You're gonna grab that case. And then don't touch, be ready to support it where you're not going to touch anywhere where the sealant is. And we've got grease on oil seals as to not tear them.
Yeah, that's it straight.
And then what I do a lot, hey, you guys are doing a great job, is I'll kind of wiggle that a little bit.
Good? Yeah. Just tight.
Okay, so we're probably on that bearing right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so there's nothing more that we could do at this point, so let's go ahead and start hooking up. We don't have to, but we like to do this to put this support washer so that this tool doesn't dig into that case. It's not absolutely mandatory, but let's do that. Notice how many times we modify tools? You know, and does it surprise you? None of that stuff, you know, it's not in a manual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now grab that guy and line up your tab. This is probably one of the little bit harder motors to put together. Thread that guy down in there.
Do you not want to use washers on that?
Yeah, I'd like to have a washer up here too, but we don't. We'll be okay for now.
Okay.
Robert's right here. When we originally do the kit, we usually have another washer right here. Not required once again. So hold that. Okay. And now we got multiple things going on. You can go ahead and start cranking it down. We're also going to be kind of watching what's going on back here too. Because if we have any problems with our shift works or anything else, this is our time. Does it feel like it's going smooth?
Yeah.
Just go right on down with it. And I feel like we're doing great back here. What's the advantage of me holding the back here?
You're putting pressure on it to cook, so
Yeah.
it'll go down
Okay.
evenly.
Okay. Should be getting close. I'm feeling pretty good
Yeah,
there. All right, go ahead
all the
and
way.
let it off, unthread it. Now, went pretty smooth, didn't it? Yep. No effort, no fear, just real good smooth. Now, what made us successful, you don't always have 10 sets of hands here, but would you agree that we were paying a lot of attention back here to these shafts? If you don't pay attention to that and you suck the front down, it's no different than we were trying to split them and we open the front too much, it's going to be nothing but grief. So now what we're going to do is put all of our bolts in. And if we just have them in a baggie, I think there's only one that they know exactly which one it goes, and that's this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as you put the rest of these in, you notice how they did a nice job of having them lay here? And you've got one really long one, so they'll probably be able to see the longest threaded fastener here. Probably something, yeah, look at that guy. And look at the height of that.
Yeah.
So don't do the rest of them and don't thread any of them in. Because here's where people get into trouble, is they start to thread those in, and now they lose track of the fact that all of them had the same unthreaded height, okay? There you go. Hey, let me see what you got going on here. Guys, I think you're ready to rock and roll. Now what I would do is let's go ahead and snug this one down. I'm a big fan of a T-handle. And literally just kiss it, okay, and go all the way across. and go in a
There isn't-
pattern.
There isn't like a specific.
We can look in the manual to see if there's a specific torque pattern. What we're not going to do in the video, you guys have seen plenty of videos of us torquing, but they've already got a torque wrench ready to go here where they're going to torque this to 78 inch-pounds. Okay. So that's a 6x1 bolt, and that's a typical fastener that does 6 to 9 foot-pounds. Now, guys, this is another area, especially as you guys are working on these older bikes, that those bolts have been in and out numerous times. You really want to check them out for necking. And if you're on YouTube watching us, you don't know what a necked fastener is, go to our measurement playlist, and we have a video in there that talks about necked bolts and how to inspect fasteners and what to do there. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to let them finish up. They did a great